Hello students, good morning everyone. Today we will discuss control unit types. We are going to start this one. So in the last video or in the last class we have seen the detailed block diagram of what? Control unit of CPU. Okay. So today we will discuss the types of control unit. So there are two types of the control units. First one is the hardwired, second one is the micro programs. So if you want to implement, there are two methods of that control units. First one is the hardwired, second one is the micro programmed. So what is that hardwired? The control signals are generated as an output of set of basic logic gates like AND or NOT, the input of which derives from binary bits in the instruction register. So you have to provide the input as a instruction registers in the form of what's bits. Okay. So next, micro program. The control signals are generated by a microprogram that is stored in the control read-only memory. Controlled read-only memory. The control signals are generated by a microprogram that is stored in a control read-only memory. So that is the ROM. So the hardwired and microprogram control unit generates the control signal to fetch and execute the instruction. So first you have to fetch that program. So then you have to execute the instructions. The fundamental difference between hardwired and microprogram control unit is that hardwired is a circuitry approach, whereas the microprogram control unit is implemented by programming. So first of all, this hardwired is a circuitry part and the microprogram is a programming part. So this is the main difference or fundamental difference between the hardwired and microprogrammed part. So next we will move on to we will discuss the hardwired control unit. So what is that? The basic computer of that hardwired control unit. The hardwired control unit generates the control signals to execute the instructions in a proper sequence and at the correct time. So at that correct time, you have to execute the instruction in a proper sequence. The hardwired control unit is created with the hardware. It is a first of all circuitry approach. It is designed for the RISC style instruction set. Okay, so you have to design like a RISC, that is the reduced instruction set computer. Next one, so this is the basic block diagram for what? Control unit. So you are having what? Control logic gates, other inputs, that is the instruction registers. So then the control outputs, and then you are having what? Decoders, 3 into 8, 4 into 16 decoders, and also whatever 4-bit sequence counter. So in that you are going to providing the increment, clear and clock parts. So this is the basic diagram of hardwired control unit. So next one, order that hardwire control consists of a 2 decoders, a sequence counter and number of logic gates. 2 decoder means what? 3 into 8 decoder. Another one is the 4 into 16 decoder. Control logic and sequence counter. An instruction fetched from the memory unit is placed in the instruction register. So this is what your instruction register. You can observe here, instruction register IR. The component of the instruction register includes I bit, the operation code, and bits 0 through 11. So this is whatever 0 through 11. So that is the instruction register, and that is the 15I instruction register is given to the what? Control logic gates. Okay. The operation code in bits 12 through 14 are coded with the 3 into 8 decoder. That is the first decoder. The outputs of the decoder are designed by the symbol D0 through D7. You can observe here, first 3 into 8 decoder 0 to 7. So that is the, okay, so 12 to 14 and also 0 to 7, that is the D0 to D7. Next, the operation code at a bit 15 is transferred to a flip-flop designed by the symbol I. So that is the 15 of that instruction register, that is the bit is given to again the control logic gates. Okay, because you have to give the flip-flop designated by the symbol I. The operation codes from bit 0 through 11 are applied to the control logic gates. 0 to 11 are applied to the control logic gates. So this one 0 to 11. And next, the sequence counter can count in binary from 0 through 15. Sequence counter 0 to 15, you can count the binary count. So next, hardwire control unit block diagram. The decoder or encoder is a combination circuit that generates set of required control signals. So first of all, it is a combinational circuit. A control step counter is used to keep track of control steps. Each count of this counter corresponds to one control step. The required control signals are determined by the following information. First one, contents of the control step counter, contents of the IR register, contents of the condition code flags, external input signal and interrupt request. The step decoder generates separate clock signal for each step. So you have to generate the separate clock signal for what? Each step or time slot in control sequence. You need a time slot or a clock signal for what? Separate for what? Each step. The instruction decoder decodes the instruction loaded in the IR. So that is the instruction register. The output of the instruction decoder consists of a separate line for each of the machine instruction, that is the M. So this is what the hardwire controlled block diagram. Okay, so that is a basic diagram. You're having what? Control signal generator, external input, conditional signal, clock, step counter, counter enable, instruction register, in that code bits and instruction decoder. And also you're having what? Instruction register 1, 2 and up to n bits. So that is a step counter of what? T1, T2 up to T5, that is the time slots. Okay, so this is what your control signals. So this is the basic block diagram of hardwire control unit. So hardwire control units design methods are: first one, state table method; second one, delay element method, use clock delay elements, so that is the D flip-flop; third one, sequence counter method, use counter for timing purposes; and last one is the PLA method, that is the uses programming logic array, so that is a programmable logic array. First, state table method. It is a classical method of sequential circuit design. Attempts to minimize the amount of hardware. It starts with the construction of the state transition table. In every state, the control unit generates a set of control signal. So this method is used for what? You have to minimize or you have to reduce the circuit. So that purpose you have to use. Okay. In every state, the control unit generates the set of control signals. Next one, delay element method. The control signals or a group of control signals are activated in a proper sequence. There is a specific time delay between the activation of two consecutive control signals or a group of control signals. So you have to give the delay and you have to activate. For synchronous operation, delay elements are implemented using D flip-flops. If you want to provide the delay, you have to use what? D flip-flop, and control by common clock signals. So these are the control lines, this is the delay elements, so this is the input and output, and you are giving what? S1 and S2 signals. Okay. Rules for delay element methods. Each sequence of two successive micro operations requires delay element. The signals that are intended to activate same control lines are logically or to get one common output signals. We have to use the common output signals. Advantages of hardware control unit. Fast, because control signals are generated by combination circuits. The delay in generation of the control signals depends upon the number of gates. Okay. So next, disadvantages. More the control signals required by CPU, more complex will be the design of control unit. No flexibility. Modification in control signal is very difficult, so that is, it requires rearranging of wires in the hardware circuit. Difficult to add few features in existing design of control unit. Next, micro-programmed control unit. Second type. A micro-programmed control unit is implemented using programming approach. So there is the hardware approach. A sequence of micro operations are carried out by executing a program consisting of micro instructions. The microprogram consisting of a micro instruction is stored in the control memory of control unit. You have to store in the control memory of control unit. Execution of the micro instruction is responsible for generation of set of control signal. Important terms you have to use in microprogram. First one is the control word. The control variables at any time are represented by ones and zeros, known as a control word. Control words can be programmed to perform various operations. Micro operations, the operation performed on the data stored inside the register are called micro operations. Microprograms. Microprogramming is the concept for generating control signals using programs. These programs are called as a microprograms. Micro instruction. The instruction that make microprograms are called micro instructions. Microcode. Microprogram is a group of micro instruction. The microprogram can also be termed as a microcode. Control memory. Microprograms are stored in the read-only memory, that is the ROM. That memory is called as a control memory. Then microprogram control organization. First one control memory, second one control address register, and third one sequencer, that is the next address generator, and control data register, that is the pipeline register. So this is the diagram of what microprogram control unit of basic computer. So this is the next address generator, that is the sequencer, control address register, control memory, control data register, and control world, and next address information. Okay, so next types of memory in MPC. So that is the microprogramming or microprogrammed control unit. First one, main memory. The main memory is used for storing the programs. So you have to use for what? Store the programs. The content of the main memory can be altered when data is manipulated, and each time the program is changed. The program in main memory contains machine instruction and data. So it contains the main machine instruction and data. Control memory. Memory that is part of a control unit called as a control memory. Control memory holds microprograms. It can be holds what? Microprograms that cannot be altered by the user. You cannot be changed or you cannot be altered by using that user. The microprograms consist of a micro instruction to execute the register micro operations. Machine instruction initiates a series of micro instruction in the control memory. The micro instruction generates micro operations to fetch instruction from main memory, to evaluate effective address, to execute the operation specified by instruction, or to repeat the cycle for next instruction. Sequence and pipeline registers. Sequencer. The next address generator is called as a sequencer, as it determines the address sequence that is read from the control memory. So whatever you are going to provide that read from the control memory, so that is given to the sequencer, and the next address generator is called as a sequencer, as it determines functions. Incrementing the control registers, loading an address from the control memory to control address registers, loading an initial address. First one, incrementing the control registers, loading an address from the control memory to car, loading an initial address. So that is the pipeline register. Pipeline register. The control data register holds the present micro instructions while the next address is computed and read from the memory. This data register is called as a pipeline register. First, the control data register holds the present micro instructions. First it will holds the micro instruction while the next address is computed. So once it will compute the next address, then read from the memory. This register is called as a pipeline. We will discuss in the detail in the next chapter, that is the pipeline. Selection of address for control memory. Address sequence. Address sequencing is equal to the sequencer. So next address generator, selection of address for control memory. Routine. Micro instructions are stored in the control memory in a group of mapping. Instruction code. Address in a control memory where the routine is located. address sequencing capabilities, that is the control memory address. Okay, so incrementing of the control address registers, unconditional branch or conditional branch depending on the status in bit conditions, mapping process, bits of the instruction address for control memory, a facility for subroutine return. So next we will discuss the comparison between hardwire and microprogrammed control. So in hardware control, first one, technology is circuit based, technology is software based. In microprogram control, it is implemented through flip-flops, gates, decoders. Micro instruction generates signals to control the execution of the instructions. Fixed instruction format, variable instruction formats. Instructions are register based, instructions are not register based. ROM is not used, ROM is used. It is used in RISC, it is used in CISC. So that is a complex instruction set computer, reduced instruction set computer. Faster decoding, slower decoding. Difficult to modify, easily modified. Chip area is less, chip area is large. It is used in RISC, so that is the reduced instruction set computer. It is used in CISC. Faster decoding, slower decoding, difficult to modify, easily modified. Chip area is less, chip area is large. So once again I will repeat. Technology circuit is based, technology circuit is software based. It is implemented through flip-flops, gates, decoder. Micro instruction generates signals to control the execution of the instructions. Fixed instruction format, variable instruction format. Instructions are register based, instructions are not register based. ROM is not used, ROM is used. It is used in RISC, it is used in CISC. Faster decoding, difficult to modify, easily modify. Chip area is less, chip area is large. So today we will complete this chapter. So next video or in the next class we will start with chapter number 4. So I hope you people are understanding. Okay, so this is a very important part for what hardware control and microprogram. So that is the implemented by using what? Control unit. Okay, so thank you so much for attending the session. Thank you.